Alex's pop quiz on reproduction and cell division. Today I'll be covering the steps of mitosis, the steps of meiosis, the advantages of mitosis and the advantages of asexual and sexual reproduction, and so environment and things that benefit different types of reproduction. So, now for mitosis. The first step of mitosis is interphase. This is the rest phase, so really nothing's happening right now. So there's no spindle fibers. But this is the rest phase before the division. During this, the DNA copies itself in the nucleus. That is where the DNA is. The next is prophase. In prophase, the sister chromatids, which are identical copies, then they line up next to each other throughout the cell. So sisters, sisters, sisters. So these are sisters. This one and this one here and this one here. So they're identical. So they line up to each other all around the cell. This is prophase. The DNA is paired in the chromatids. So these are two different things of DNA. And the spindle fibers, not here yet. So, next step of mitosis is metaphase. This is when the sister chromatids line up in the middle of the cell, and during this, the spindle fibers are now present, which are pulling the sister chromatids by the edges. So you have all of your sister chromatids lined up right down the middle, and the fibers over here are pulling them to the outside. And that's what's keeping them suspended in the middle. So here's the DNA right in the middle. Right, DNA in the middle. And yeah. In anaphase, which is the next step, these sister chromatids are pulled apart. So in the cell, you have all of the ones that used to be in the middle. But now, as you can see, the halves of the L get pulled apart, of the X get pulled apart. It's here, and they're here, and then the other halves of them are on the other side. And here you can see the spindle fibers are pulling them apart. See, the spindle fibers. Again, this is anaphase. This, and the DNA is out to either side. Okay, the next step of mitosis is telophase. The DNA is at the edges, and so when the sister chromatids reach the end of the cells, the new nucleus will start to form in each of the cells. So you'll have all of these on the outsides. Spindle fibers are done. They're not in this anymore. And then the new nucleus starts to form and the cell starts to split. So as you can see, the cell has started to split. Now they're one cell, two cells. So this is almost there. Okay. Now the last stage, cytokinesis. So finally, we are done. The cell fully splits. That shouldn't be touching. They're not touching, but they're two separate cells, and here's the new nucleus forms in each cell. And the DNA is back in the nucleus, and then it all starts all over again. These final two cells are identical. Now I will describe the steps of meiosis. Okay, so here we are. The first step of mitosis is called interphase, sorry. Again, actually, wait, I'm just going to abbreviate this. So at the beginning, mitosis happens, but all of them is only the first of the two. So at the beginning of mitosis happens. So there's interphase and then prophase 1. It's the first prophase, because there are two prophases in mitosis. So all of these, the difference with this, it's pretty much the same thing, but the difference is that everything's doubled. So in prophase, the homologous chromosomes, these two homologous, pair up. Instead of just the sisters, these are sisters, the homologous pair up too. So the sisters are paired up within the homologous. So, and in metaphase, it's four chromatids wide. So lined up down the middle, they would look like one, like this, instead of just one line going down. So they're double. So it's 4 chromatids wide. And anaphase 1, it's pretty similar, but everything's doubled. So they're still attached, so the homologous chromosomes are pulled apart. Instead of it being like half of an X, it's a full X that's just split. So, the only difference that there's, and the same with telophase 1 and cytokinesis, it's just the same thing. It's just this, but they're still in full X's. The last part of meiosis, or the second part, is the exact same as mitosis, so I don't have to explain it, except the homologous chromosomes are in separate cells. And the cells that you end up with in the final of this, they're different from mitosis by there's 4 cells instead of 2, which is a difference. It's double the amount of cells. And each cell has only 1 out of 2 homologous. So this is different from the final product of mitosis. Reproducing via mitosis is asexual reproduction. And reproducing meiosis and fertilization is meiosis. So, now we're going to talk about the things that is good for some of them and is bad for the different types of meiosis. So, an environment that favors. So, sexual reproduction is favored in changing environments. So, environments that are likely to, get mixed up. Busy environments, which have busy as in there's competition, predators, and disease. Okay, now for advantages of asexual reproduction. These environments could be, there are many different things. So, one benefit, it would really help for asexual if it's harsh and empty. They're very good in these, which is very good in these environments. And also, it helps if you're a simple species to reproduce asexually. So if you're bacteria, which is very simple species, quite small, or other single-celled organisms. Okay. So And now for some advantages of these different things. You think of sexual right away. The biggest thing, variation, extreme advantage. So, another, boom, crazy, great for adaptation, great for evolution, and great if you have two parents, because then they can both protect their young from predators. Some of the advantages of asexual is that if there are none of your kind around, you can just do it by yourself. It's great, and you don't have to spend time finding a mate. So finding a mate, not having to do that, is great, because it might take a while, especially if you're not around anybody else. And another big thing about it is, you can just make so many. You can, for bacteria, you can make billions of copies of yourselves at a lifetime. Okay, so here's some examples. So, grizzly bear. A grizzly bear is one example of an animal that uses sexual reproduction. Sexual reproduction is used in a grizzly bear. So, this is great because the grizzly protects their young from predators. So, big, mean guy coming along with a little gun. He's gonna shoot the little baby grizzly bear, right? So cute. And then the big mama bear says, "Get away!" and then scares him away. And he goes, "Oh no, I'm gonna run away. Okay, here we go. Run away time. Oh no, I'm scared. Okay. Oh, there, all you can see is my head. All you can see is my head and the wind coming after me, okay. Okay, he's running away, he's dropped his gun, he doesn't have it anymore. And then they get to cuddle. Mommy, yay! Okay, so, another thing that this can be advantageous for is sand scorpion is another version of sexual reproduction. So, a great benefit of this is that it's great in changing environment. So the desert, you never know what might happen. There might be other predators. It's a very busy environment. If humans like to long, which step on you, it's really good in a changing environment. It even will do anything to survive. Especially if you're a male, the female to survive. So he might even let her eat him. Okay. An example of asexual reproduction is salmonella, which is a bacteria that comes in uncooked foods. So this divides itself. It's a great benefit from this. It's so much faster. They can do it. Boom. You might have like 10. Boom, you have 20. Boom, you have 30. It's crazy. They go so fast. And another benefit of this is it doesn't require as much energy. It's like, they're just like doing it all day. You never get tired. They're just, okay. But then the antibiotics come in. They're just like, boom, goodbye. Okay. The end. See you when I see ya. This head is too big. Josh, this head is too big. And it's only 14 minutes. Oh shoot, it's still recording, isn't it? Okay.
Made with Doodlecast Pro.